Let's see. And hello, testing 1 3. And hello, everyone. This is Buck Ransom here. I'm here to your lecture enthusiast talk about um, uh, how to defeat gang stalking. It's this process I'm developing. This lecture number 20. Shucks. Let me check here. Oh, embarrassing. 204. Okay. The larger context of natural law. Okay. Um, President, I'm going to share a slide from a man who very renowned in the truth movement. Okay, and he's got a lot of good things to say. I mean, a lot of good things to say. And in fact, he you'll probably recognize the slide if I put it up here. But I don't agree with everything he says. But I maybe 1 or 2 points here or there I might not agree with. Okay, but on the overall, man, this guy's got to go on. Okay, so I want to talk to you about um, it's not Dave Wilcox, somebody else. Let's see, Mark Passio. Mark Passio, and basically he talks about. Now I'm going to put this slide up here in a minute. Let me go to a screen share, and this is basically what's called the 7 deadly sins of natural law. Okay, if he doesn't want me to share this or wants me to use my own format, I'll be glad to. But if he doesn't mind me using his image, that's fine. Um, and I'll attribute him to his message. Okay, because check him out, Mark Passio. This is the real 7 deadly sins, violations of natural law. Okay, now he has some insider knowledge. Okay, he has a lot of insider knowledge. He's done a lot of research. He knows a lot of things. Okay, and this is very valuable knowledge, Mark Passio. Okay, I highly recommend you check out his channel. Okay, um, and basically these are called the real 7 deadly sins of violations of natural law. Natural law is defined as he defines it. He defines it in terms of what it is not, which are murder, okay, assault, rape, theft, trespass, coercion, deception. Okay. Now the rules that I talk about on my channel, specifically the rules pertaining to physical safety and non-interference, as per this other source, they really have to deal with two liabilities that functions as rules of engagement, to counteract. Okay, so they say it very clearly: no one's to be interfered with, right? Free will. No one's to be interfered with unless they do the wrong sort of things. Okay, which break the rules, which are simple. Tell the truth. Okay, and don't compromise people's privacy. Now, what does telling the truth really mean? Well, deception is the antithesis to telling. Telling the truth is antithesis to telling the truth is, I would say, any truth, right? I don't know what a name for it. I don't know a name for it. But deception can mean lies. Okay, deception can mean lie by omission. It can mean lies, straight up lies, false pretense. It can mean like a willful intent to deceive. It's probably a false pretense. It's just there's many different avenues. It can be subterfuge. It can be stonewalling, refusal to tell the truth. Okay, omission, and it just can be lies, straight up lies. And so the rules are simple: tell the truth, and that's one of them. Okay, and the other part is trespass or privacy, right? To have trespass liability on your soul is a serious thing, right? And trespass liability can fade over time, but just like deception liability or any truth liability, whatever. Deception liability might be a better way of saying it. I don't know, but I'm kind of flexible. But either one, trespass has to do with how when you own a property or someone if you ever own property, let's say you're living in the woods, okay, you post it on your boundaries, no hunting or no trespassing, right? Like no trespass. Don't cross this line, right? And it's all fine and good. And what happens is that ultimately, if someone does decide to cross over that threshold, that line, okay, um, it's not thank you for coming. Okay, it's liability. Okay, it's liability of trespass. The scriptures say, "Forgive those who trespass against us, as we forgive those who Father, forgive us for our trespasses," or whatever. Forgive us our trespasses, we forgive those who trespass against us. Right? That's just the way it is, maybe. So when it comes to crossing that boundary, that line, there is a liability crossing that line. And liability is reference to responsibility. Okay. So the two ROE, rule of engagement liabilities I'm talking about, we might be skipping ahead a little bit, but the two, how this fits into natural law is through the two you see on the screen here: deception, okay, and then you have trespass, okay. That's these are defined as the seven deadly sins according to natural law, okay. It doesn't mean they're the most deadly. I don't know how to describe that, but I mean, that's the other things I just don't know. Okay, so, but like I said, that's what that is. Okay, so this is a lecture about how these things fit into larger scale context of things. I'm also going to show you one more thing. I want to show you one more thing here. This is another one of the slides, and we're going to go here real quick and try to get this done. And the natural law sins as an adjunct, they differ from like a religious context. What the natural law sins are in a religious context. Okay, and and if Mark, you're watching this, I don't mind throwing you a kickback. If I get some coin from this, I don't mind throwing you some kickback from this. Okay. So I'm not trying to profit from your work. I just want to use something. I hope you understand. If, like I said, you don't want me to use it, I'll be glad not to use it. Okay. So let's see. How do we go here? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, good. Share. Okay, cool. These are the vices. These are vices, not immoral acts against others. So, according to Catholicism, or various other, religious institutions, it's pride, it's gluttony, it's sloth, it's lust, it's anger, it's jealousy, it's greed. And while these are not desirable states of being, these are not immoral acts against others. It's the breeding ground for that. It's the fertile ground for such to occur. It's not the seed, it's not the root, it's not the plant, it's not the fruit. You see what I'm saying? It's the fertile ground. Okay. When we're talking about sins, okay, we're talking about the fruit of the tree. Okay. Fruit of the tree. These are the grounds at which they occur, the fertile grounds at which they occur. So anyway, I'm just going to stop. I guess this is probably what I was going to do for here. But another thing is, I think we could probably go here too. This might be another thing I might need to do. Let me check and see because I might not need to share this one. Let's see. Yeah, and the other thing is that these natural law stuff. These are behavioralistic laws. Okay, I want to clarify that. Natural law is laws of human or intelligent life behavior, and whatever intelligent life is laws of behavior rules of behavior. Okay, like you have materialistic, mechanistic law, which laws of physics, which talks about the predicting the outcome of states of matter and energy. Okay, various states of matter and energy. That's a different kind of context. But when talking about behavioral laws, I don't mean civil, I mean like laws, not legalities. I mean law. There's a difference between legal and lawful. Okay, lawful has to do with the law of the creator. Okay, the law of the one. Okay, and so when you can make that distinction, it's like there's certain laws that if you adhere to, it's life. It's to your it's personal liberty. Moral law is another word for natural law of nature, how the law of reality works. Okay, written in the fabric of what reality is. And when you live by those rules, you don't do those seven sins, right? You don't engage in that stuff, right? And you can't if you can't admit it, don't commit it, right? You can't admit it, don't commit it, right? My privacy, your safety. Or no, your privacy, my safety. That's how it works. Your privacy, my safety. You can't admit it, don't commit it. See what I'm saying? And then I'll just leave it to you like that, okay?